so. But maybe this guy, so that it amplifies it and sends it down the little spy hole.
Follow the science, Russell.
Follow the... It's not hard, it's just science. If they've gone to the trouble of inventing a microphone so as I can speak to you awakening wonders and never forget for a single second that you are a fragment of the limitless consciousness that includes us all, that there is a glorifying, unified, unitary oneness, and you are part of it. Your separateness is only an illusion. And in a minute, on Stay Free with Russell Brand over on the other platform where the free speech is available to you. Gareth, do you know what I use that free speech for?
Go on. Is it? Oh, I know what it
Go
is.
on.
It's like really evil stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I get a lot of stuff off my chest. What I do is I use the old free speech. I find people with less power than me, and I bloody well stick it to them.
Yeah, you really go for it, don't you?
For example, say someone, they've moved from their house to another house that's in a different country. They're getting it.
Yeah.
Imagine people...
As they should.
That, quite rightly. Imagine that you, for example, that your carnal habits are directed at a person that doesn't fit in with what I've been trained to believe. They'll be getting it. Or do we focus instead on central power, the corrupting forces of corrupt corporations, big media, big food, giving you grub what ain't no good for you nor nothing?
It's that one, isn't it?
Yeah, I do the latter. Ultimately, I think that what we have to do is focus on where real power is and unify, generally speaking, against that establishment power. Today's show is a perfect example of that. We break down Trump's inaugural speech, and it's not really an inaugural speech, it's an announcement.
Yeah.
It's an announcement that he's made, and we sort of say, well, the big Trump narratives, or some of them, let's just say, are, did Trump collude with Russia? Widely discredited theory now, but also that Trump was a very anti-war president, didn't have no war, did he?
No.
Did a bit of droning, though.
Did, yeah.
And I think began the process of arming Ukraine. Not something we talk about very much. This isn't to criticise Donald Trump, because I know that a lot of people, they like Donald Trump.
Yeah, if anything, it's to criticise the reductive media narratives around Trump is this.
And everyone else is that. What's the bloody difference? You see that G20s going on at the moment, they're all prancing about in like mad shirts and like little baseball caps and that, playing golf with each other and stuff. It's mental. The idea that anything is actually happening there that's going to meaningfully impact your life for the better is outrageous, ludicrous.
Well, yeah.
Things will happen there.
Things are happening. We're moving to digital passports.
Digital passports coming soon. You need a digital passport. And there are things that we can't say on this platform. I'm not criticising YouTube. We love YouTube. We love our army of 6 million awakening wonders. But over on the other place, Stay Free with Russell Brand, there's a link in the chat. We can speak more freely about establishment power, its corruption, and the ways in which that it is centralising power in order to disempower you and to make you forget your divine nature, your divine origin. Join us over there. We're going to be talking about Trump's speech. We're going to be talking to Will Harris, a farmer who openly speaks out against Bill Gates and Bill Gates' centralising agricultural methods and means, which are coming from places like the WHO, which is funded by Bill Gates, which use techniques of technological agriculture funded by Bill Gates. We're going to be talking about all of this kind of stuff, not in a hysterical...
we are going to do historical.
It's going to be historical, but not hysterical. What's wrong with that?
Another good punchline.
I come up with a lot of these punchlines, good catchphrases. Let me write that down. Yeah. Historical, not hysterical. What do I say? Not more of the same, but more of the different. Join us at Stay Free with Russell Brand on Rumble in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a couple of minutes. Do you like the cardigan?
I love it.
The haircut?
Yep.
The whole demeanour?
A lot of chains.
A lot of chains, baby. Chains. See you in a second over on Rumble. Hello there, you awakening wonders. Thank you for joining me on Stay Free with Russell Brand, produced by Gareth Roy, researched by young Putin, who received his nickname when that wasn't such an insensitive thing to call somebody. We've got a fantastic show for you today. We're talking to Will Harris. You may have seen him on Joe Rogan, or you may have seen him on mainstream media news, decrying, denouncing and undermining Bill Gates' centralising agricultural agenda. It's important, I think, to look at Bill Gates in a context of rational critique rather than hysterical conspiracy. Don't get me wrong, I love a conspiracy theory, but I like conspiracy facts even more, don't you?
Yeah.
Who is it that writes that comment that's always in the comments like, the idea that Russel Brand is a conspiracy theorist should...
It's a bot, isn't it? It's surely
It's a bot. There's bloody bots in there. What about them bots that say things like, hi, I am Russell, text this number?
Yeah.
That's not me.
Not your number at all.
I'll put my number in there now.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on
You
Rumble...
probably put your bank card in there.
But I don't care.
I remember you telling people for years that.
I once did a stand-up special so like where I used to announce my cash card number, ATM number, because I thought, you've got to get it off me first.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you get past the Dukes. You've got to get past these guys first.
Yeah. Disregarding the idea of like online stuff.
I didn't think about that then, it wasn't such an issue. And also I still don't really understand how any of those kind of things work. Listen, we've got some great stuff. So we're talking to Will Harris about like centralising agriculture versus decentralised agriculture that empowers farmers and communities. You may have noticed that there are farm protests all over the world. In our item, here's the news, no, here's the effing news, we break down Donald Trump's speech and look at the phenomena of Trump more broadly. And this is my main point. I'm going to keep saying this. There was the bit before Donald Trump, right?
Oh, yeah. The glory days.
There was call it that. Who was it then? It was Obama.
Yeah.
Then it was Trump, and everyone's like, this is so bad, or so good, depending. Then it was after Trump, and now it might be Trump again. Now, if you just take a deep breath, did anything really change? With global finance, with corporatism, with the media, with Big Pharma? Now, I know all you lot that love Trump, you'll be going, he actually did this and this, and he stuck it to the man, and he drained the swamp, and all of that stuff. And if you feel that, I think that's fantastic. But I believe in better for you. I believe it could be better for you. You could have more power in your life, more freedom to run your community, more individual freedom of expression to be the person that God, oh yeah, God, intended you to be. I'm not afraid to bring up God to Tulsi Gabbard, and by Jove, I'm not afraid to bring up God to you right now, especially not in the midst of the G20 summit. I'm so glad them 20 have got together in Bali to finally iron out the world's problems. And if you've reached the point in your life where you think, these summits don't do anything, they're pointless, it doesn't matter if you call it COP27, you've had 26 COPs already, things are getting steadily worse. You've had these G20s and B20s and B52s, and apart from a very nice love shack, I don't see very much has been achieved at all. It's a little old place where we can get together and meaninglessly chit-chat, and where Trudeau can irritate
Trudeau and Rishi
Xi.
get together for certain. They've got a little bromance going on, those two.
Are you Canadian? Right. Even are you a Quebec Canadian? Right. You got Trudeau. Do you know Trudeau? Do you do judo with Trudeau? Do you do voodoo with Trudeau? I know you do voodoo with Trudeau. I know you do. Trudeau love Rishi Sunak. He's our one. We got one as well. You think we can't get a guy with nice hair to run a country? We've got one. We didn't need an election. They elect him for us. They get a job at Goldman Sachs. They run a hedge fund. They invested in Moderna. Founded Moderna, some say. Profited, perhaps, from that vaccine. And then they can run the country. What, they're married to a woman whose father runs Infosys, which is one of the partners of W. What do you mean, conspiracy? What, you think that there is some sublimated narrative tying all these things together? Oh, what, Klaus Schwab was at the G20 summit. Just stop, get your tinfoil hat off and focus on the facts. What are you going to show us now? Bromance.
Wasn't he part we discovered earlier? Rishi Sunak was one of only 4 politicians that was able to sign off emergency acts during the pandemic in this country. Thereby just basically all laws didn't mean nothing to those guys. You are going to love tomorrow's show because we are talking to Adam Wagner, or Adam Wagner, depends how you say things. And he explained to us that during the pandemic in the UK, unprecedented liabilities were taken with the British people. And it was pretty much the same all over the world, different flavours of tyranny. Apparently China's version was the worst of it. Do you know what I forgot to ask him? And I really wanted to ask him. You'll love it when you see him in tomorrow's show, Adam Wagner. The bit about where China, they were putting people's cats in bags. Yeah. Because we have a phrase, don't let the cat out of the bag. We have another phrase, don't put a cat in a bag, because it's cruel. Yeah. It's one of my favourite phrases. Yeah. I've got 20 cats. I've never put any of them in a bag. No. They're all loose in the house. They come out of a bag, originally, What do you mean, like that bag, that umbilical bag? That bag. As you might call it, uteral sac. Yeah, but that's...
Don't
put
them
that's
back
just,
in one.
Yeah, that's not nature.
No.
It's not some sort of scheme, in the bag, out of the bag.
No.
Show us these people. I want to know the truth. If you're watching this on YouTube, we are going to reveal to you some astonishing facts about the nature of power. We are going to explain to you why you feel the way you feel. You know you're being lied to. You know you're not getting the truth off mainstream media. You'll get it here, though, by Jove. We'll give you that truth down your neck hole. What's this you're going to show us first of all? A bromance.
This is the blossoming bromance between these two guys.
Let's have a look at them.
Where is the actual restaurant?
Because they're just in Bali on holiday.
They're just normal guys.
They're just guys.
Rishi
What do you think
just